Hello everybody, my name is Japnidh, and I'm from the Physics Circus. So, as you all might know, water is a pretty important part of our daily lives. And your science teacher may have taught you that water is a molecule made of oxygen and hydrogen. But oxygen and hydrogen by themselves are gases at room temperature. So how do two gases come together and form liquid water? What if there was a way to split water apart and see the gases themselves? If you're curious about it, then I have just the experiment for you. And you can even do it in your own home. So our experiment today is going to be a little bit crazy. What we're going to do is run electricity through water. But as it turns out, pure water is actually a pretty poor conductor of electricity. So I took this glass of water and mixed in about a spoonful of salt and let it dissolve. When salt dissolves, it breaks into positively and negatively charged atoms called ions. And these ions will help water conduct electricity better. Then we're going to need a power source. So I took this 9-volt battery that you can find at your local department store or garage. And then we're going to need some wires. So what I did is I took 2 pencils like this and I sharpened them at both ends and stuck a piece of cardboard and punctured them through for convenience. And here's what's going to end up happening. So first I'll submerge this half in water and let this rest on the cardboard on top of the glass. Then I'll connect one of the ends of this battery to the pencil. And it turns out that the graphite that's in pencils that runs along the whole length here is a pretty good conductor of electricity. So those will be our wires. So I'll connect this end here, and it'll go down all the way into the water, then jump across and go to the other pencil graphite, and come back and go to the other terminal of this battery, therefore making a complete circuit. Alright, so all you have to do is this. You just take your little pencil contraption and put it in. And as you can see, there's nothing really funny going on here, but once I decide to put the battery on, like so, you see that bubbles are starting to form. And this is actually hydrogen and oxygen gas. One of the terminals has hydrogen gas and the other has oxygen gas. So what exactly is going on here? Well, in water, hydrogen and oxygen usually bond because each of them is missing electrons. And when they bond, they share the electrons that they already have between them. But in the case of the electrical circuit, I'm sending energy and exciting the water molecules, allowing the oppositely charged hydrogen and oxygen to break apart and gather at one of the 2 pencil heads, either positive or negative. Once that's done, the battery itself allows electrons to freely flow from the graphite down to the hydrogen and oxygen, and then they combine to form a neutral gas. Now, back to the experiment. Can you tell which side is hydrogen and which side is oxygen? I'll give you a little hint. The chemical formula for water is H2O, meaning 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen. Can you tell which is which now? If you still aren't sure, here's another possible experiment you can try. While the battery is running, you can stick something like an upside-down test tube or a straw sealed at the top end down along with the pencils and place it near one of the 2 pencil heads. That way it'll start collecting some of the bubbles. After a while, you can then take it out and place it over a lit candle. It's widely known that hydrogen gas is actually flammable. So if you place it over a candle and it pops or fizzles, then you'll know it's hydrogen gas and the other one has oxygen. So yeah, as it turns out, 2 elements that are typically gases at room temperature can come together and form a liquid. That's some pretty interesting chemistry. I encourage you guys to try this at home. This has been UCSB Physics Circus. Thanks for watching and have a good day.